What is going on, guys? We have a rare find today here at the Motor Coach Store in Bradenton, Florida. This 2015 American Coach, American Tradition, just became available for $177,777, and JD Power retail value on this coach was right around $250,000, so about $80,000 below JD Power retail. And this is going to be loaded with equipment. It's got the large Girard roof patio awnings. Let me actually pop those out here real quick. And when we look closely here, I just want to show you guys, check out how clean this grab handle is. I mean, this is really telling a story of a coach that's been well cared for. I would bet that this was stored indoors. When you see a 2015 coach with the letters on the grab handle looking that clean. And this coach hasn't been through the in-depth detail process yet, but they are gonna go deep on this coach. But let me put these patio awnings out for you real quick. When we go inside the coach, there's a little button here. I mean, this is a super expensive option. Now, the lights are on this front patio awning. I'm not sure why that light strip is out on the rear awning, but that's something that they are gonna address in the PDI process here at the Motor Coach Store. And I'm looking up here, it looks like the awning rails are still in the plastic wrapper. That's pretty rare to see, but that's one of the big advantages of this coach being available here at the Motor Coach Store is the in-depth PDI process that it goes through. You can see out here, I mean, they're very well organized. Each coach is gonna have a whiteboard here. These are all gonna be service bays. It is lunchtime right now, so it's a little bit quieter in here. And then back over here is gonna be their detail department, so different stuff going on in the detail department. And they're able to work on all different levels of coaches. You know, here we've got a Newell, American Coach, Integra. There's some Prevos down there. They can handle all of them in your service department. And no matter what kind of coach you have, when these coaches get a little bit pre-owned, a lot of them do need a new mattress. And that's why I'm excited to share with you. This year, we have a 30% off discount this year using the coupon code Andrew Steele, available at rvmattress.com. Even the mattresses in some of these high-end coaches aren't the highest quality, and we all need a good night's rest. That's why it's so important to have a high quality mattress. And I've had my Firm Aurora Brooklyn bedding mattress for over 4 years now. It's the most comfortable mattress I've ever owned, and they have a limited lifetime warranty, free shipping within the US, 120-night sleep trial, and their factory is in my home state of Arizona. And they've got all different sizes of mattresses as well as different firmnesses. So if you have a bunk coach or an RV King, they've got several different dimensions, and then you can choose, you know, if you want a firm mattress or a more soft or something in between. You've got a lot of options. So when you're buying a new motor coach, definitely worth replacing the mattress with a Brooklyn bedding mattress and using that coupon code. We really appreciate Brooklyn Bedding and rvmattress.com for sponsoring this video and helping support the channel to bring you guys the best content in the RV industry. But coming back to this coach, this is gonna be your entertainment area here. I like that they kept this out of the bays, so you're not taking up any bay space. You've got a flat screen TV with a Sony stereo outside. And right now we have the awnings out to keep any glare from the sunlight, but you also have this door that's gonna keep the glare from the sun off of the TV. And then coming into the bays here, the first bay is gonna be a full pass-through bay with a manual slide tray. I prefer that personally. Good amount of storage capacity there. And here, bay 2 is gonna be another full pass-through bay. And this is gonna have the half slide tray that doesn't come out the full way, but still a lot of storage here. Then below the entertainment center is going to be where the Dirt Devil central vac is housed, and then a little more storage. And then in this bay, we're going to have the house battery bank. Looks like they've got some interstate batteries in there. We've got chrome baggage door handles. Then here you have your 2800 watt Magnum inverter, and then some of the control modules here, fuse panels. Looks like this coach does have Yokohama tires on it. I'm looking for the date code. I'm not seeing the date code on these tires, but as soon as this coach goes through the check-in process here at the Motor Coach Store, they do list the date codes on the tires, date codes on the batteries, and sometimes when they mount those, they mount them on the inside. So those technicians will get under there and get that information for you. Here's the chassis batteries. You've got easy access to your fuel water separator as well as your air dryer filter. And we have a 15,000 pound towing capacity. You can see they have the American Coach logo in the mud flap, and then you have a ladder mounted to make it easier to access your roof. This is a side radiator coach. And then here, this is gonna be a triple full wall slide coach. So typically, most of your bays are gonna be accessed from the door side of the coach while you're camping, but this is gonna be more of your business stuff. Here's our plumbing bay. We can monitor our tank levels. We have our water filter. It does have a power hose reel for our city water connection. You have a little washout station here. You can turn your water pump on out here, your Valterra dump valves, your water tank bypass. And this also does have a SaniCon macerator system, and you can flush your tanks here. Here we have the AquaHot 450D and the power shore cord reel. And here we've got just a little bit of storage here. And then the other side of the full pass-through bay, this is gonna have that half slide tray. And then here in the first bay, we do have that manual slide tray out to the other side, but full pass-through bay. And I don't see the date codes on the steer tires as well, but if you do want to get Tyron tire bands installed, they can do that here at the Motor Coach store. This coach has 315 steer tires, so those run about 2,900 bucks. Or if you've got 365s, it's about 3,900 bucks. But those Tyron tire bands are gonna really help with the stability of the coach in the event of a blowout. This bay up front here below your driver's window is gonna house the windshield washer fluids, more control modules. Here you have an air service line and then your generator slide. We've got that generator out right now. This is the Cummins Onan 10,000 watt diesel generator and a really good looking front end with those European style mounted mirrors. But as nice as the exterior of this coach is for $177,777, I think you guys are gonna really like the interior. Right away, you can see that indirect lighting in the stairwell. We've got a screen door here. You know, again, in very good condition, but let's take a look inside. The interior of this coach is a very rich, classy feel with the darker wood cabinets, and I love this color contrast with the lighter cream color sofa. Now this will extend out. There's a little latch right here, and this is all Villa furniture, and you can see a nice little detail with that studded face on the arm here. And then this easily goes into place here. And then we had this extra cushion stored in the rear closet there. But now we have a nice large L-shaped couch that will have to go in when the slide rooms come in. But I really like the feel of this floor plan with the TV and fireplace across from the L-shaped couch. Then we also have the recliner with an ottoman here, all in really good condition. I am noticing, just to be fully transparent, on the back of this recliner, it looks like some slight cracking in the leather, very minor. Try this recliner out here for you guys just to make sure it's nap worthy. So there isn't a lever. When you wanna lay back, you just lean back. Yeah, super comfortable setup right here. I could easily take a nap in this. Then I'm noticing we have another Sony TV up front there, so you can maybe have a couple different games going at the same time. And then we have that fireplace as well. Now we do have carpet on the slide room. This is gonna go through the in-depth detail process here at the Motor Coach store, where they are gonna do a deep clean on all these carpets. This coach just came in, so I wanted to get you guys a sneak preview of it. But the Motor Coach store detail process is on another level, where they go from the back to the coach to the front of the coach, from the top to the bottom with an air hose blowing out every little crevice. And their detail department is trained for motorhomes, so they understand a lot of the little quirky stuff that these motorhomes need to properly detail them. And their detail department is open to the public as well, so if you want to schedule a spa day for your coach, you can do that here at the Motor Coach store. And now coming back into the Galley, the L-shaped couch really breaks up the salon and the Galley, but then we also have another extension here. You just press this little button in, and that will extend out to give us a lot more countertop space. And you've got multi-levels here. I like that curve. You've got a backlit backsplash there, and then sink covers that match the countertops, a true induction cooktop, Whirlpool microwave. There is a vent with a fan here just to keep some fresh air in your kitchen. And I'll super clean it. When we look inside of these cabinets, you can see they're all lined with carpets. Even the walls are lined with carpets. This is, you know, a very high-end coach. It's gonna be very comparable to like the Mountain Air. Adjustable shelving here as well. Then we also have some deep drawer space in the pull-out. Now I do want to point out there is a little bit of wear on the wood here. Maybe a little bit of varnish or a little bit of touch-up paint would tighten this area up a little bit just to make it look a little bit more fresh. And I don't know how in-depth they get in the detail department. I don't think they're resurfacing the faces of the cabinets, but I think a little bit of touch-up paint could really make a big difference on the cabinets in this coach. Now coming across from the Galley, we have the dinette area here with a lot of countertop space. This chair is actually held into place. I was trying to move it, and then if you look down here, there's a little strap, and then We can easily unhook that chair. And then if you want to use this area as a workspace, you have this pull-out keyboard tray that's going to match the countertops. Very nice workstation here, and the feel of all of this fit and finish, just to have that extra solid surface even on your keyboard tray. That's going to be a big step up from a lot of the motorhomes you're going to see out there. And then below, we're going to have some more storage with outlets there if you wanted to have a printer down there. We also have some storage overhead, again, all lined with carpet, some nice puck lighting above our dinette area. And this will extend out. There's a little latch right here. And we get a significant amount of table space. Now, I do want to point out that when we have the sofa, the island out, and the table out, it's going to be a little bit narrow through here, but you still do have a walkway, and then you've got a lot of different living space. Now, coming back up to the cockpit area, these chairs will swivel around to become part of the living area. There's a little latch back here, and then we have to have it in the forward position to spin it around. But now that's gonna be a really nice part of your living space. And I do wanna point out there is a little bit of wear and tear here. If you did wanna get these reupholstered, that is something they could do here at the Motor Coach store, but there is gonna be a little bit of wear and tear. I'm seeing a little bit of cracking on the leather right here, to be fully transparent. The Motor Coach store, when they go through these coaches, they're gonna make sure all of the systems work. So you can press every button, put the awnings out, run the dishwasher, run your washer and dryer. You know, you can really make sure that everything works in this coach, but there will be some small aesthetic stuff like that, and that stuff can be addressed in the remodel department. So for the $177,777 number, there's going to be a little bit of flaws like that on this coach, but you know, keep in mind this coach is priced $80,000 below JD Power average retail value. And then I'm noticing a little more wear and tear on this driver's seat as well. We'll spin this around. You know, really nice living situation here. When you spin these around, you can very comfortably congregate several people. I think I could see, you know, 6, 7, maybe 8 people hanging out in this space. But on this driver's seat here, there's definitely significantly more wear and tear here. You would have to get a quote to get those reupholstered, but it's not crazy expensive. I mean, it's several $1,000s, but I've seen them reupholster some captain's chairs to really make them look nice. And then coming back up here to the cockpit area, you're gonna have a simple analog dash, smaller backup cameras, but you do have those cameras. You've got your generator controls, cool style air conditioning controls here, very modern, sleek styling. And then that overhead Sony TV, you've got map lights. This is gonna be a lot of your controls for the coach. So in this panel, we've got the floor heating controls, our aqua hot controls, our air conditioning, our Onan diesel generator controls. We can monitor our tank levels, Surge Guard power monitor. Here's our inverter controller, power control system panel, awning controls for those big awnings outside. You've got your other awning for your door awning, your wine guard. Really nice, simple cabinet to have a lot of your systems all in one place. And I like the way American Coach builds these coaches, where they're just very simple, very easy to use. You know, they've been building a lot of coaches for a long time, and at this era, it was before all the touch panels. Sometimes I prefer just hardwired controls as opposed to these tablets where you have to go to a tablet to start and stop your generator and whatnot. And one thing that really caught my eye in this coach is the ceiling here. If you notice the indirect lighting here, we've got a lot of puck lighting, and then this panel with, you know, the wood grain and kind of an upholstered inlay here, a very rich ceiling treatment. And here we've got the Whirlpool residential refrigerator with a water and ice dispenser, some good pantry space. And then the washer and dryer is going to be in the middle of the coach. So convenient spot if you do a load of laundry and want to throw it on the bed, fold it on the bed. This is going to tell a story here. If you want to swing around here, Isaiah. We've got some instructions from the previous owner. I think it's good to have record of that in case this does get thrown away, but I like that this is still here and no one got rid of it. So this is basically really going in depth on how to use the washer and dryer. And they've got like a diagram here, and this is handwritten. So, you know, pretty good handwriting too. Sometimes when I see stuff like that, that's telling a story of an owner that's extremely organized. I like seeing little clues like that, you know, usually a coach that's taking care of someone that's making diagrams of instructions of how to run the washer and dryer. Usually they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's, so I like seeing little stuff like that. Here we've got a piece of artwork on this wall that goes into the half bathroom. And here we have our Dirt Devil central vac, so you could plug a hose in there if you want to vacuum out your couch cushions. And then this is a good size half bathroom here. And I will point out a little bit of this wood grain. I think a little touch-up paint may really help this coach out a lot. We do have a vent with a fan And then our breaker panel above the toilet. And again, that backlit backsplash and a good sized mirror, very well lit inside of this half bathroom. And then even the medicine cabinet is going to be lined with carpet, very clean. And then we've got a Tecma toilet here with a little magazine rack spot tucked back here above the TP holder, and then a solid surface countertop behind the toilet. And I think our good buddy Matt from Matt's RV Reviews would give this a pass on the toilet test. And then here below the sink, we're going to have a little bit of storage and a perfect spot to store our liquefied RV toilet treatment, the best RV toilet treatment on the market that's going to use enzymes to literally break down the waste, keep your tank sensors clean, and keep odors out of your coach. Liquefied is now available in over 1,700 Walmarts, as well as Amazon and liquefiedrv.com. We greatly appreciate all of you that are supporting the channel by picking up a bottle of Liquefied, and also a huge thanks to Liquefied for sponsoring the channel. And then as we come towards the rear of the coach, we can section off the rear of the coach. It does have this sliding pocket door that has this manual latch or locking latch, nice rich wood doors when you want to get some privacy back here. And then when you're going down the road and you want to put that in place, just lock that into place there. Then we've got a king size bed, and I really like the bedding, very high-end bedding with a nice headboard. You have windows on both sides of the bed, some nice deep storage overhead as well. And I like the flow of the cabinets, the way they tuck back a little bit, just to give you some more headroom above your bed. We have a ceiling fan with a nice low profile, so I can easily walk under it. And again, just, you know, real beautiful woodwork and upholstery on the ceiling. And we've got a Sony TV with storage, with mirrors on the face there, adjustable shelving. And here we have another mirror on the face of this cabinet door, lots of mirrors in the rear of this coach. And then this will store some of the, you know, Dish Network and the Blu-ray player if you're still watching Blu-ray. And then we have some nice wood drawers. It's got dovetail construction here. That just tells a story of the level of craftsmanship they're doing on these coaches. And then some more drawer space here. These are not dovetail construction on these drawers. I don't know what the reasoning is, but these ones are. I mean, they even feel a little bit higher end in this cabinet. So for some reason, those are a little more high end than the other drawers. And then we have another mirror in the aft of the bedroom, and then a small step up into the rear bathroom, and a good sized rear bathroom, a walk-in shower. And I'm 6'2", I've got to kind of duck below that shower frame a little bit. And when I stand up in this shower, it is a little tight, to be fully transparent for you guys. I didn't realize I would have to kind of duck down a little bit in this shower. I mean, I can stand all the way up. I still have my shoes on, but not a lot of extra room for play. And then you can sit down here as well if you want to, you know, take a shower sitting down. You're set up for that. And then we have these pocket doors here if you want some privacy here in your rear bathroom, and that nice deep dark wood. Then we've got some good closet space back here with a double hanging, all lined with carpet. And then there's another vent with a fan above the toilet. More medicine cabinet space back here, all lined with carpet. And then again, we have a backlit backsplash in our rear bathroom, a little bit of drawer space and storage below the sink as well. So this coach is currently available for $177,777 here at the Motor Coach store in Bradenton, Florida. They do take in trades. They can help you get financing. So if you're a serious and qualified buyer, you can reach out to the Motor Coach store team. Their information is available at themotorcoachstore.com. Thanks to all of you that are following. We hope you're all having a great day.